There's something very unique about this project. It is a project that from the very beginning had a goal of ending the project after 5 years, and the activities, the benefits would keep going after the project.
There is a need for private sector to drive the development agenda. And that when private sector is involved from day one, from the beginning, then there will always be sustainability.
How aflatoxin contamination occurs? It can occur before the crop matures in the field and is associated with high temperature, dry conditions, but also with insects, birds, and stress. Damage caused by these three factors. It also can occur after the crop matures by insect damage and also in storage, as I mentioned. But in most of the cases, it starts before the crop matures. So we need to do something to prevent this from happening. We don't want to have a solution trying to remediate aflatoxin contamination. We want to have something that prevents it, and that is what AgResults does.
Has some constraints, and the major constraints to maize production in Nigeria is one, striga amontica. So striga is a very big challenge, but IITA through its breeding effort has taken care of that because we have many striga tolerant or resistant varieties. We can also use some management practice like crop rotation to rotate maize with soybean or with groundnut or cotton in order to reduce the menace of striga. The other problem is poor soil fertility. Most areas, the fertility of the soil is very poor. Farmers want to grow maize, but they cannot do it very well because of poor fertility, and then the input is not there available, and even if it is available, it may be at high cost. So the only way you can solve that problem of low fertility is you have to adequately apply nutrients to your maize.
Aspergillus flavus is an interesting one because there are two groups. There are some that produce the B aflatoxins. So B means blue, G means green, because under UV light they flourish as blue or green. And there are some that do not produce aflatoxins. And that's where AflaSafe is important and interesting. And these both occur naturally in the environment.
When we talk about post-harvest is actually that it is the correct handling of the crop between harvest and consumption. And it involves a lot of processes. So you see from that chart, it involves drying, stocking, transport, all the way to storage. And those are the typical losses when you look at the post-harvest chain. Where that is a typical weight losses in weight. So that in harvesting, you look at harvesting, you have 4 to 8%, transport, drying. So in all those processes, we have a lot of losses.
So I think what we need to focus more is how to help the farmers to improve their yield, regardless of whether it is the land or the numbers of farmers.
Business is basically seeing a gap and filling that gap in a layman term. That's what your Microsoft, your Bill Gates, your any businessman, that's what they are doing.
Investors want to invest, but of course, seeing your business plan and knowing that where you have planned to go, you definitely get there.
every stage of the project, we monitor completely what is happening with every implementer and to ensure that the implementation is going smoothly. This will help us to decipher whether what we are doing is good or what we are doing is not good, whether we are doing it well, whether we are not doing it well.